They want me to stop and surrender. Bang, 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 bang. They want me to stop and surrender. I will never give up the fight. I'ma always keep fighting until that day God comes to slay. They want me to stop this fight and say I'm back. They want me to stop this fight and say I'm back. Boy, I will never surrender. I will never surrender. They think I'm weak. They think I'm the type not to fight. They think I'm the type to sit and talk the shit out like they were right. They think I'm not the type to fight, but they were wrong. Trust me, I get in the ring like King Khan. Trust me, I love to use my right arm. Hit that, swing that, get it stronger. Make sure that you're on the floor, sleeping, not talking anymore. I'm the type to kick you in your ass, Clark, bitch. I don't give a fuck as you choose a snitch. Yo, getting rich that way, then my fist will get you paid. Yo, benefit y'all. I don't call, I heard you're a troll and nah, and running around like you control and nah. You ain't saying shit, you just a bitch and nah. Trust me, I will meet you out the block and nah. We can fight until your next summer nah. But trust me, it will be over in 10 seconds, cause I'll give you the right punch that will send you to heaven. Come. Yo, they don't know me, they act like they know me, but they don't know me. So get gone, these bitches, these niggas, these wastemans, they'll figure. Hey, they think they got the style. Think they can read, they come and test me. Never that, never that, never that, never that, never that, never that. Yo, yeah. Early in the morning for me. That means it's the middle of the night for some of y'all in America. That means, well, it's not early. It's like 9:45. But anyway, fuck that. Anyway, it's not even about that. Pardon my French and my lingo. I'm just getting my head in gear right now. You know? Boom. Okay then, so let's start. Let's begin. Hold on, what is all this shit, man? Madness. Anyway, I want to talk to you about the well, some of y'all on YouTube might have seen the video I made yesterday about that debate, that conversation in the UK with about the transgenders going into school and promoting it behind the parents' backs and stuff like that, and going into school with sex toys and stuff like that. So, you know, kids at that age probably found that stuff exciting, funny. You know, and the more they come to the school and drum it in the kids' heads, some of them are going to sway that way. So we see the brainwashing. We know exactly what methods they're doing, and it's been working. The man said 87% or 87,000%. I can't remember. I'm gonna reload that video, put it back up.
Not true.
Well, a lot of them are, and a lot of them going into schools are, and it's been done without parental consent as well, and that's a terrible thing.
Because the suggestion is that the drag queen is somehow inherently inappropriate?
Absolutely, for children of a young age.
I disagree.
Because what the agenda is the whole transgender agenda is to confuse children about whether they're boys or girls. A lot of the number of children who are presenting with gender dysphoria.
So no one's ever been in drag in a children's television program?
The number of children who are presenting with gender dysphoria has gone up over 8,000% over the last decades. And we're talking about drag queens going into the very youngest of children and primary school and with sexualized materials. You mentioned children's books, a lot of them these days are not nice children's books like Paddington Bear and Enid Blyton. They're things that are...
Enid Blyton? What do you mean, the three gollywogs? You think that's a pleasant book? What were the names of those gollywogs? You can't even say it on the channel.
The number of... A lot of the books going in... A lot of the books, if I can finish, please, you know...
Right, guys.
Okay, Michelle, go.
Over each other, because
Enid Blyton,
everyone
please.
at home's ears will be hurting.
Gollywoggy and who? Those were the names of the three gollywogs, Enid Blyton. But come on, you think that's beautiful? You think that's good literature for kids? Give me a break.
Hang on, Dana, don't take this off track, because we're not talking about Enid Blyton. We're talking about...
He was.
I was asking you, why is it necessary? Because I'm genuinely trying to understand, because to me, it's entirely unnecessary to do this with children.
Well, I think at the end of this article, they do talk about how 50 trans or gender non-conforming people were actually met with violence. Because I think what happens is when you don't, a lot of people
stay away from people's kids. You don't need to.
Sorry, the implication that somebody, because they're trans, that they're some kind of a child molester is actually the reason why certain people are being sued right now. Sorry.
Why does this?
That's discrimination.
Why does there seem to be such an ideological drive from this movement to be around people's kids? Leave them alone.
Oh my God, give me a break. Kids are part of the world. Drag queens are part of the world. They're not these scary people that you would like to paint as someone who's going to molest your kid in the toilet. It's just, it's not true, and that's why there's so much violence against them.
Nobody should be sexualizing children.
Nobody's sexualizing children. They are reading a book.
Several examples. Let me give you an example.
Give me a break.
In Houston headed organisations who sponsored Drag Queen Story Hour. He was also arrested for harbouring child abuse images. There is,
and this happens in classrooms where there are no drag queens as well. These are independent incidents, and it doesn't. It's not there because they're drag queens.
Dangerous. This
Give me a break.
Utopia that you live in.
It's not a utopia that I live in. These instances happen in the heterosexual. Sorry, they do.
Right, last question.
Anyway, anywho and anyhow, I put up this post on Facebook this morning, and I want to read it to y'all, or could just let you read it yourself, play some music in the background. I'll read it with y'all. I put a video up last night about transgenders going into schools, kids' schools, and promoting trans way of life behind our backs. Facebook took it down. Pause. When I woke up this morning, I had one of them red flags from Facebook about the video. You know, they started saying so much percentage of the video was copyrighted, blah, 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 blah. They must have meant the news report. Now, I could have easily fighted that and won it, but I just said deleted it. I just pressed the delete button. I didn't want to go through the whole hassle. I didn't want to go through the whole... Facebook, you need to stop doing this, you know, because you are actually showing that you are on the side of the agenda. You are actually showing that Facebook. You are not clever at this at all. So, you know, there's going to be a day when people realize just what companies are taking part in these agendas to destroy families, you know, and hopefully Facebook, you don't have to suffer too much. Hopefully you won't lose no clout, right? Anyway, promoting trans way of life behind our backs. Facebook took it down. So here we go again. The agenda is back. Not that it left, because this same agenda was here throughout the whole COVID thing, you know, just as it was coming to an end, right? Or was it before? I'm sure it was before, right? We was talking about this way before COVID. Anyway, but I will say this, my research shows me kids, that must be my kids, I edit that. My research shows me kids in school after seeing those people and the sex toys they bring into school. So the research shows me that those in school, the kids in school, after seeing these people, these transgender people in the schools, seeing these people in the schools and the sex toys they bring into the schools, right? So basically, I should have finished that off properly. It basically shows me, right? There was a time when I was having a conversation on Facebook, right? And some people was telling me how their child, you know, like wanted to put on a woman, their son wanted to put on like a girl's dress or shoes or something, or vice versa. So in my head, this is what I'm kind of putting out there. Now, so let me go back to it. See something, sex toys bring into the school. I now see why some of you say my son wanted to put on woman's stuff, or the other way around, because it's been brainwashed and drummed into their head. Okay, brainwashing is the mother effer, you know. Trust me, and you don't understand how easy it works. Y'all think you're all stable and you can handle that stuff, and you recognize it. No, you've been brainwashing since the day you was born. Education's brainwashing as well. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah. So where did it go? Woman stuff. Whatever. Gone too far down. Research. Says toys in schools, and now I see why some want to put on woman stuff. And if way round. Look, teach your kids right from wrong. Kids shouldn't be confused. If they are, you have done a bad job. Do y'all agree? And I'm talking about right and wrong. I'm not saying if they're turned into, you know, if they're turned into a tramp, because you can't help that. You don't know what's going on in the school. But you can try and prevent it by homeschooling. Make him know. If you got a boy child, treat him like a boy child and show what a boy child's supposed to be like. They go into a man, show them what they're going to be like as into sports. Let them do manly things throughout their whole growing up experience. Same with the woman. You put the girl, you put them in the girls' lane, give them Barbie dolls and stuff like that, nice things, makeup here and there. Just follow the mother around more. You know, just what, you know? Pretty her up, glamour her up a bit. Nail varnish here and there. You know, well, in the house, not send her out on the street like that, but just show her the female lifestyle. Okay. Simple, just stick to the book, stick to the coding, stop being so lazy, if some of y'all are. Okay. So where did I get to? I now see why some of you wanted blah, 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 blah. Look, teach your kids right from wrong. They shouldn't be confused. If they are, you have done a bad job. Also, homeschool your kids the right way of life. When they grow, then they can change and decide for themselves. Isn't that the best way? Can kids go into a police station and have these kind of interviews? I mean, can kids, without the parents there at these ages? Listen, I don't like the whole idea of, it's all being orchestrated. You got to understand, they're going into these young schools, right? And they're having these trans people come in there and preach. Listen. We're going to get into it a bit more, actually. I won't do a breakdown yet. Let's just carry on. Because there's so much I need to show you. Look, teach your kids right from wrong. Shouldn't be confused. They are, but if they are, okay, I've done that part. Also, the job. Also, homeschool kids right from right way of life. When they grow up, they can change. One more thing, I don't think they should be going into schools doing this to our kids. If kids can't have a police interview on their own, then there is no way on earth should be learning this as their head don't understand what's going on at all. I lost a lot in COVID. I'm not about to lose my son to help grow these people's sexual pleasures, grooming for the future. Facts. Okay, but you know what? I missed out on some things, but luckily, because we have to also talk about the damages. Do you know how many people are suicidal? Do you know how many kids turn suicidal after they've done certain things to themselves? Or young adults, young boys, you know what I'm saying? Young boys, I mean, not kids as such. It's not like they're having operations. I lost a lot in COVID, and I'm about to lose my son to outgrow these people's sexual pleasure, grooming for the future. Sick people bringing agendas to our kids. I hope you all wake up before your bloodline is dead. What do you mean by that, Seven? Well, think about it. With trannyism comes gayism, then there's no kids. Yeah, you can probably think outside the box and adopt or something, but where's your bloodline at? Your bloodline's dead. Huh? Human creation starts to dying. Yeah, listen, if you want to opt for these kind of things as for pleasure, entertainment, sure, go for it. But when it comes to the cycle of life, it's killing it. Do you understand? Anyway, the bloodline is dead. Peace, have a good day. Protect your damn kids, for fuck's sake. All right, so yeah, I noticed that I had a message of this young lady right here. You understand? I agree. I have a trans brother, but at no stage through childhood was my mother forcing this onto him. Very interesting. We just always thought he were a tomboy. Okay. Lesbian slash lesbian. She wouldn't have let him change his identity until he was fully grown, and she had no choice, for fuck's sake. My mate's child, age 7, came back from school telling me all about her sex education she had, and what they had to do, or what they had to write, not necessarily in the slightest. You see that comment right there? Crazy. Let's keep it factual. Shout out to Tara. Get me? So I'm messaging her back. Thank you for the comment. Many people won't speak the truth like that. And yes, it's a very big problem. Sorry it happened to you, to your family. But you need to remember this is an agenda, and everyone from here on out has to do more. Oh, I might be reading this backwards. No, I'm not. I know by how suicidal my brother has been. I know by how suicidal her brother has been. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what's the common problem with this practice? Why are you promoting something? Listen, can I speak to the transgenders community right now? Why are you promoting something when you know it can lead to death and problems? Big problems. Why are you promoting something so dangerous? Now, this isn't something natural, you know. When I say natural, I'm just talking like a human thought. Like, because, you know, I know it's not the natural way of... Listen, just let me try and explain. This, to me, has been put together, it's been prized off because it's doing more harm than good. People are committing suicide. People are getting bullied over these actions, stuff like that. These people go to these places, have these operations, and a lot of the time it's messing them up and killing them. Or they have to keep going back for research to a point where they're just messing themselves up. So it's a product of fail. It is a product of failure. Like the successful ones. How much you have to spend on yourself to be successful? Do you have to go and get the right that spend? Like, what about it makes no sense. The community for it, the things that you need in place to make it a successful, growing thing is not even in place. So, to me, is it like an organ to destroy? Just the whole idea behind it, like, you know, going to have these surgery things done. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but all I see from these groups, these people have all come into all these little groups, not just this group here, talking about all the other groups. I just see problems when it comes to these groups. Ever since these groups have took place here, there's been problems. There's been problems from media, from movies to now our kids and stuff, you know, and it's all group affiliated, or the groups are controlling it. Just open your eyes and have a look, yo. I know by this, okay. I know about how suicidal my brother has been and his suicide attempts. God damn, I didn't even get to that part. So he's attempted, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, just please take note, man. At this point, life in a joke. We've already been used as test subject for this corona. Now they're testing our kids with the minds that don't work, hoping that they jump up with excitement to join along these bandwagons. Now they're gonna try and commit suicide on themselves and stuff like that when they get into a certain age of growth, when their brain starts really working, finding out like they've made a bad mistake like that. Too much has happened. You've got to be the parents to keep them on track. The only thing you got to do as parents, ladies and gentlemen, just try your best to keep them in their lane. Once they get to 16, 18, they turn around to you and say, listen, I want to be gay. Then fair enough, you kept them on the straight and narrow path. Till then, they've had more than enough time for their brain to understand what they want at that point. Okay. Simple, right? That's what you got to do. I understand some of y'all, just like this lady's talking about, parents didn't know. You know, there were no signs. Like, see, you got to stay in touch with your kids as well. Then it just shows how, see, when things like this happens, it shows how we're failing. Not saying that you're a crap mother or a crap father. It just shows how we're not paying much attention. All right, we're failing somewhere. We're failing somewhere, right? Anyway, attempts from being suicide attempts from being in the wrong body, etc. That it's a real thing. Am I doing this what's the word? Destruction. I can't even say it, yo. Destruction. Man, forget it. Am I doing this wrong by keep reading it, stopping it, reading, stopping? Should I read it all in one take? Y'all can read it yourself because you can see it. From being in the wrong body, etc. That it's a real thing. Okay, but only a very selected few people are born in the wrong body. Okay, as they say, yeah, I can believe that. But now it's almost becoming fashion, just like the man said in the video. And the average person is now being deemed abnormal, and becoming a minority. Wow. So this is what they've done. They've created it. This is, at this point in life, yeah, they've made it so we don't really shout at the government no more and blame them. They've put out the magic dust. Everybody's affected. Now it's like we have to attack the groups, but then the groups have got more power than the most common man. You understand? And so now they've caused confusion, confliction, arguments, action, fighting in some cases. This is all their work, yo. And then that's one from me. And this is where I mentioned doing a video. This is the thing, another side that people don't talk about. Shaking my damn head. I think I'm going to make another video now. Talk soon and stay strong for your family, for your family's sake. Okay, love. God, shabba dabba ding dong diggy. My path, my life, my path takes me on mad kind of journeys, right? And it's all selected. It's all in the name of people and helping people, no matter what. And I've been doing this for years. People have seen what kind of things we've been talking about on Facebook. Then I go over into the YouTube streets and I'm dealing with a guy and all these people that are promoting killing people, and you get me. So then I'm dealing with that. Now I'm dealing with the issue with these groomers. Well, I'm not even dealing with it no more, but these groomers and that, child groomers and stuff. You understand? That was after the COVID. And now I'm here. Oh, I only get like real issues coming my way like that. But I love it. It shows if it's coming to me that way, I was built for it. Get me? I just need to get myself in gear properly, and because I be showing too much anger on these streets, what I'm trying to say. And not enough beat to the beat, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough love. Boy 7 out. And shout out to Tara. Thanks for commenting on here. Get me? Hopefully we get some more people commenting throughout the day. As early 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna go do some gardening and see what's going on in. Blessings. Shout out to the Facebook family. Peace.